All right, y'all. Welcome back to Phoenix Prince. We back. We're back. Been kind of busy. And I got another channel, man. I got a ministry channel that I've been doing, putting a lot of work in. But we made it back here, man. I seen this video with my brother ADUBB, and I said, you know what? This would be a good moment. This is a good lesson. And this may help some people. This gonna bless some people. So, the brother ADUBB is he's down. He did a sad video about his DTF machine going down, and you know, fair use. We'll see a little bit of what he was saying here, in this clip.
You guys, if something happens, you definitely want to be prepared. If you are a customer of mine, please bear with me. Please be patient with me. I am crippled.
You're not crippled.
And it's nothing that I have control over. I don't have any control over this.
And you have plenty
of control. You guys know
I
always keep it real with you guys. I always,
nothing to stress over. You got plenty of control. I'm gonna help you, bro. We're gonna bless you.
Tell you guys everything that's going on, and this is one of those things where it's something that we can both learn together. We can all learn from. Never put your eggs in one basket, because you never know what might happen in your life or in business, right? So, with that being said,
he better than me, man. Listen, when I got an order I got to do when I get off of this thing, I'm not folding them shirts up back. I'm not putting them buttons back up there like that. On a good day, I'm gonna cut that backing out pretty decent, but usually, man, I'm just cutting around that backing, man. I know some of y'all be tedious and trying to cut the backing and cut it right up on the design edge. No, not me. I'm past that level. It's a level that comes with you, It's a certain busy where you get a little more vicious. You just, you getting this stuff out, Especially with the way these customers are today. Nobody's giving you 2 weeks no more, man. Everybody needs something in a rush. And out here, my brother, salute, shout out to, what my brother name, man? T-shirt stop, Stan the Man. Shouts out, salute to Stan the Man. And I should have came in, y'all was up here beefing and stuff. I know y'all be slick dissing each other and all that stuff, man. Y'all need to quit that. Man. Y'all pinnacles in the game, man. Y'all towers. Y'all got to come together and form Voltron, man. It ain't enough. It ain't enough of us out here to be beefing.
Guys, my DTF printer is down. Yes, it's down. And the good news is,
you know what the issue, there ain't no good news for that. Well, yeah. Okay, he got some good news. But, if it's not the print head, and I don't think it's the print head. I don't think he would have made a video if it's the print head. Because print heads are just print heads and dampers. It's kind of like regular maintenance things. Print head, dampers, tubing. Those are just regular things you're gonna have to constantly buy. It's just part of the game.
I am 100% confident. Well, I'm not 100% confident. I'm like,
before you use,
I'll have my part maybe by Friday.
He said he 100% confident that he'll have his part by Friday. And this is the thing. That's what I'm saying. These folks are just middlemen now. Don't get it confused. Don't think you're getting some American made because you're buying it from this big company that has these commercials and all of that stuff. All this stuff is coming from China. And all the parts are coming from China. So don't think, oh, well, I got this American company. They may have some in stock, but a lot of times, these companies just buy it when you order. They'll buy some of the machines, and sometimes they don't even buy the machines. They don't even have the machines, and you wait 6 weeks, 5 weeks for a machine. Spent $16, $24, $50,000 for, and you gotta wait 4-5 weeks before you can start making money with the machine. That's insane. It's insane. Let's continue.
But Rakoma's been working with me very, very, moderately good.
Moderately good. And he's the man. He is Mr. Rakoma. Okay? He's Mr. Rakoma. If they're working with him, moderately good. And it's going to take him, to Friday, about a week. And really, that's 3 weeks for me. Yeah, you got to read what's not said in these videos. But that probably going to be about 3 weeks. Me, I just deal with worst case scenarios. Especially as a business owner, I deal with worst case scenarios. So worst case would be I get it in 3 weeks. I'm not going to sit up here and lean on, I might going to have it Friday. And then I start telling people, and I start accepting these orders and then end up disappointing some more people. You don't have any control of that. And that's why I wanted to do the video, because it seems like you don't have a good grasp of what you have control over and what you don't have control over. What you don't have control over really is when them parts gonna come in, and if that's really the issue, you don't have no control over that. They're probably guessing also, because these people who haven't, a lot of the people that you're talking to about these machines have not ran these machines. They haven't ran them. They just went over there, got a prototype made over there in China in a manufacturing company and put their name on it and brought it over here and showed some people a video, and now they technicians. All right, but and then that puts a lot of pressure on the call lines, with people having to be knowledgeable enough, and the business owner and the person who's bought the machine is very frustrated and angry, to the point of ready to strangle somebody, and they're taking it out on the only person they can, and that's the caller on the line. All right, so y'all give some grace to those callers on the line. Salute to all the Rakoma, all the tech support across this industry, not just Rakoma, but Tajima, Skywayne. They almost got me. I had one DTF company almost get me, man, on some tech support, and man, these jokers tried to write me a check for $24 or something like that. I'm like, y'all crazy. I told y'all $24 an hour. I'm talking about, even if I don't get no call, I need $24 an hour just to be accessible for a call. But anyway,
to get the part that I need or figure out what the issue was, we did some FaceTime calls, and we brought it down to one thing, and I have no idea how that happened. A piece on the inside is compromised, and there's
piece on the inside. I think he's talking about the board. And this happens too. A lot of these boards be used. They just put them inside of these machines, but these boards be from used printers. So you may get a new shell, but you don't know if you got a brand new printer really, because they're not making these boards. They're pulling these boards out from other printers.
They're sending me another one so I can so I can swap it out, and I hope I'm confident that will be the only that'll fix the issue, and I'll be up and running again.
And it could be one of those issues where nothing printing. Where you ain't printing nothing. Hit the comments. Let me know what it is. And ADUBB, if you see this, hit the comment. Let me know what it is. But if it's not printing nothing, if ain't nothing printing, and it's just going back and forth, yeah, that's your board. That's your board, or either that's your ribbon wire. Your ribbon wire that runs from your print head to the board. And I'm sure you probably already changed that ribbon wire if it was the ribbon wire. Especially on the bigger machines, because it's a little easier. But some stuff could, some of that ink get thrown around. And you can get yourself in some problems.
But the thing is, When this gets fixed, this was a big eye-opener for me, and that's why I had to make this video about this. I'm trying to fold this thin enough so I can go back in this bag nicely. Big eye-opening experience for me because it lets me know that now more than ever, I absolutely have to. It is imperative that I get somebody else in here to run that machine, because the truth be told, the reason why everybody is raving about DTF and the reason why all these businesses are offering DTFs and all these individuals are you know, buying DTF printers to start their business is because DTF printing is very easy.
It's easy and it's very lucrative. All right, $250, $300 an hour. If you can keep that machine running, easy, and don't have multiple, don't have 3-4 machines in there, man. Come on, man. You can probably have one person running like 3 machines if he know what he doing, or she know what she's doing. Because you talking about almost a band an hour, almost $1,000 an hour running these them DTF machines. But boy, when they go down, in the frustration and the time and the troubleshooting, there ain't no worse troubleshooting than troubleshooting a DTF machine. My goodness, there ain't no worse troubleshooting. And I'm sure my brother went through it before he called them, and then went through it while he was on a FaceTime with them.
When your printer's working, right? It's very easy, and you can make a lot of money really fast because of how labor intensive it is not. All right, so that's the whole thing behind DTF. It's not that labor intensive, and you get great results when you transfer a shirt. You know, when you
y'all still wearing them masks out there?
Put a transfer, when you heat press a transfer onto a shirt. So with that being said, that's why everybody's involved, and that's the reason why more than ever I absolutely have to get somebody in here to run that machine so that I can focus on the other machines and keeping those machines running and profitable. My embroidery stuff was pumping, and I slowed down because I was spending a lot of time.
And this is one of the things I was saying, you know, I've been saying earlier videos. You can't do everything. But my brother's a YouTuber first for me. That's how I see my brother ADUBB. He's a YouTuber first. And so that takes up a lot of time. The video editing, setting up the cameras, doing the job, getting the filming, that takes a lot of time. Then come the other stuff and the business stuff. Then you got the embroidery, then you got DTG machines, then you got ink toners, and then you got to promote, you got make deals with some of these companies, and you got to show these products from these other companies, and yeah, you got to have somebody to run the business. If you're a YouTuber, if you have the YouTube jumping, you got to have somebody. That's why it's even hard for me to get here. And I'm not just a major business. You know what I'm saying? We picking up, but it ain't like a whoa, and we some great company, and we, it's just me. But it's still hard to get to these videos, and you'll see a lot of these companies don't get to these videos, or they have a cameraman or a camera crew. And so maybe you don't need to be the camera person if you're trying to do the day-to-day, but you can't do all. That's the main thing is you can't do everything. You can have all the machines you want to have, but you can't run all of them at the same time. Plus the facility won't even facilitate that. You know what I'm saying? You've been burnt some out trying to run every machine at the same time. Not to say you can't, but it's just probably not wise. Electricity wise, electronically wise to do that. And that could be possibly how you burnt that board out. If that's the case, I'm only speculating. But this is to help you. This is to help. Brother, you know, you being the influencer that you are, you got to make friends. You can't just be the most knowledgeable brother in your phone log. You know, you sold many of these machines for other people. You've sold many of these machines to people. You know, if I had a DTF machine, I would print your orders out for you for free. Just off of who you are. If I had a DTF machine, you call me and say, Phineas, my printer's down. I got this amount of orders. I bet, man, send the files over. Send me the addresses. I'll ship them out for you. You cover the shipping. And, depending on how many it is, if it's just a few or whatever, something light. But if you talking about rolls, going through rolls, we're going to have to talk a little price, a little something. But you still going to make some good money. You know what I'm saying? But I would do it for basically for nothing. Now, why would you do that, Brother Phineas? Why would you do that for nothing? Because these printers break down, and my printer will probably break down also. And when it does, I'm going to call ADUBB and say, hey, sir, you remember, my printer's down now too. And so it'll already be understood. Hey, I'm going to do, he looked out for me. I'm going to look out for him. And so you can outsource this thing to somebody else, and you can keep your orders rolling out and still making your bread instead of getting online, getting customers worried, getting customers upset, or having people say, I told you so, told you that printer when you go, man, instead of having those conversations, you could sub this stuff out. And even if it's not just something for free, man, if you just wanted to keep it to yourself, fine, you'll always have you a little side company that you use to sub out, for situations like this that you can, you can just sub these things out. They local, they close to you, and you can get those orders in and you can get them to your house the next day. I have someone close to me that gives me a decent, good price. I don't know these folks, never talk to them. This is just the price on their site. And they deliver if I get an order in before 1:00, I can have them at my doorstep the next day. And if I want to pretend and sub it out, if I want to just, send it to somebody else and say, hey, and usually that's what I do. Send it to me, and then I ship it out to somebody else. But mostly it's just local. Somebody locally wants some prints. That's what I do. And I ship it to myself, and then I just hand the folks the transfers. I ain't got to print nothing. But also for my business, for my brand, I get my transfers from overseas. I get my transfer from overseas for a ridiculous price. It's just a ridiculous price. And, it's just ways around these things, man. I don't know if the answer is another employee. That might be the answer for you. But I do believe that something that can help you is that you getting, you finding you someone, you getting inside of these. And that's why it's important, y'all, when you get these machines, to get inside of these groups. You get a Racoma machine, get inside the Racoma groups and make friends with people, especially if they're local and they're next to you. Befriend these people, message these people, just in case your machine goes down. They may have some knowledge to help you because they might have went to the same problem. And if they don't, they may be able to help you get your orders out till you get the situation rectified. But outsourcing is key, man. You can't do everything. You can't screen print, embroider, and but you can if you got multiple people you're gonna train up. and you got that kind of business rolling in. But a lot of times, man, I know one company, I do their embroidery, but I think somebody else do their screen print. Really, all they do is posters and they got an eco-solvent printer. They just doing posters and like voting signs, yard signs, magnets, stuff like that. But screen printing and embroidery, they sub out. They sub it out. No, I think they got a printed cut. They got a printed cut. But anyway, they subbing out screen printing, they subbing out embroidery. So that's the answer. The answer, you still trying to rely on self too much. It ain't that you can't just have rely on one machine. You can. You just, when that machine goes down, you always got somebody that you know that can pick up the slack for you until you get your machine up. And really, if that person can just keep your customers happy, like I said, if you don't know nobody and you just want to go to a customer and you may not make, something that an order used to make $50 on, you only make it $15 on, and that's what you got to go through till you get it fixed. That's what you got to go through. But you keep the customers happy. They're not frustrated. They're not missing delays. Because a lot of times, printing and embroidery, all this stuff has a date on it. People ain't just, they're buying these things for events. They're buying these things. They're not just buying these things, where they could just take all day with it. They need these things for a specific date, specific event, 9 times out of 10. But that was all I wanted to give to y'all, man. ADUBB, don't be too hard on yourself, man. Find you somebody to sub that work out to. I'm sure you done counseled and consulted with so many different people that have these machines. And consulted them and told them to get these machines, and they probably rolling and doing well. Hit them folks up, say, hey man, I need a favor. And I got you if they shout out some of their products or something, whatever the case may be. But I'm sure you get the griff. I'm sure you know what moves to make. And even if you don't make any moves, I just felt like I should give you this advice and give the people this advice. And if they run into a situation like this about understanding that you can't do everything, you can't sub some of this stuff out, and make friends within the community. All right. I yield with that, man. We'll see y'all on the next one. Keep printing. Finny Prince is out.